Oh, what is going on, everybody?
Hello.
It is Pixel Partners, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Justice for All. Where we left off.
Yes.
We got Acro
Yes.
on the stand, and the only way that we can really do anything with him is with hard, conclusive evidence, which I'm not the best at.
No psychological warfare. That's what Phoenix usually does, is he makes people crack.
Pretty much, and I look for
He's
any
like,
kind of
is
weird
this
ass
true?
loopholes
Is it?
in there.
Did you do this? Did you? Huh? Did
Yeah.
you? And they're like, no.
But for some reason, I guess since his legs are broken, like, don't be mean to the disabled man, just get it done. And I'm like, he's a smart man. He murdered someone, apparently. So let's just keep it to the go. All right. Anyways, so it was Max looking at us on from behind, but that's what he looked like. I'll go ahead and press that. The light in your room was turned off then, right? I'm pretty sure we did all this. That's true. It was going to be bed after all. So with the lights off, you were still able to clearly see a human fly by your window?
Yeah, I think that's what we did last time.
Up for me to see, but honestly, there was only enough light for me to see the silhouette outside my window. It was a person's back, so I couldn't see the white rose down the front.
Did you see any other symbols?
The birds fly away. I clearly saw that silk hat, as well as the cloak wrapped around his body. I'm convinced that the person I saw was Max Galactica. Let me do this just in case I fuck things up, because I can always do that. The more I press him, the less results I seem to get. But maybe there was something fishy with his latest bit of testimony. There's a contradiction. Apparently.
Yeah.
There's a huge contradiction with the testimony that was just given. Oh, shut the fuck up.
If there's a contradiction, then prove it with evidence. She's right. Let's see some evidence. Do you have any evidence to support your claim of a contradiction?
Supposedly, the silk hat.
Yeah.
Boom. You claim to have seen the exact same thing that most other. Oh yeah, that's right, because he dropped the hat apparently somewhere, somehow. I think none of that was ever really figured out last time.
No, it wasn't.
Okay, so moments of that. Do you stand by that? What do you mean? The silk hat. What about the silk hat? I saw it in Max's head as he flew by the window. Well, you should have tried looking down out of your window that night. That would have been quite difficult considering the state I'm in. Just looking outside of the window was tough enough of a challenge for me. That's a shame because you would have noticed the silk hat found on the scene. That's the ringmaster's hat, right?
No.
Afraid not. No matter how you look at it, this is Max's silk hat.
Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Are you saying that Max has two silk hats?
No, this is a handmade, one-of-a-kind model made only for Maximilian Galactica. Which means, Acro, that you've been fibbing on the stand.
Say, he's been fucking lying.
Why you
oh my
always
God.
lying?
Order!
As always, it looks like someone just had to open their mouth before sinking. Are you okay, Nick?
Well, I opened my big mouth, and now I have to back it up.
How about it, Mr. Wright? What would cause this witness to commit perjury in this court today?
Fucking...
Oh, man, I
don't think he has a grudge against Max.
He
I
did
don't
it.
think. I mean, that's what we're apparently trying to pull. So, I saved, so
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Your Honor, on this occasion, the defense accuses Acro himself.
On this occasion.
Accuses Acro? What in the world are you accusing him of?
Obviously, we accuse him of the murder of Mr. Russell Berry. Everyone's like, oh, fuck, what are you talking about, dog? Damn, that's a fucking spicy one.
Mr. Wright, are you serious?
Deadly
Look at this
serious,
man's
Your Honor.
legs, he can't walk.
Poor fucking deadly serious, Your Honor.
I think your trips to the circus have served you well. You seem to have learned how to try and grab at an audience's heart and mind. Your Honor, don't allow yourself to be swayed by theatrics. Trying to rouse a crowd with smoke and mirrors is the oldest bluff in the book.
Really?
If you don't believe me, just look at the witness.
Oh my God. It's like, he's so sweet.
Yeah, he's calm enough for it to be almost scary.
Oh, fuck. Oh, my God, that's great. Huh, fuck, he's staying right. Let's go. Get the fuck. He's staying. Rather, come and collect it. Fucking bird.
That's the bird that he...
That's that bird that flies in every once in a while, pecking me in the goddamn head.
It is a hummingbird, but still.
Yeah.
Mr. Dingling,
Poor guy.
do you have any response? I'm sorry. Do you have any response to the defense's accusation?
Well, you don't laugh like that, but I don't really need to say anything, do I?
What do you mean?
God damn it, he
Everyone,
always says that.
take a good look at me. I can't even stand up by myself, let alone leave the lodging house.
That's true.
I understand that Mr. Wright is just trying to help his client. But to do this by accusing me of a murder
Oh my
of all
god,
things.
the pity card. She's like, yes. See, even a sliver of common sense makes it clear the accusation is ludicrous.
He's just a real good place.
She's right. Way to pick on the disabled, you heartless, cruel man.
You sick fuck! Phoenix is a poopy head!
See that, Mr. Phoenix Wright? If you're trying to drum up support from the peanut galleries, that's how you do it. I think that's enough of this little game. I've got a doctor's note to confirm that Acro is unable to stand under his own power. Maybe the defense is planning on making a claim to counter this as well?
Look at his fucking biceps. He can handstand down the stairs. I know it.
I can hear the defense now. Acro had an accomplice.
I mean, probably.
What do you say about this, Mr. Wright? Did Acro have an accomplice?
I mean, he had to have. Like,
Yeah.
there's no way that he couldn't have. Are you thinking,
Absolutely.
Right? Yes, I couldn't remember her name.
Regina.
Regina, there we go.
Absolutely.
Grant, the thing is that they hate each other. If they actually do,
It could
it's
have
hard
been.
to
It
tell.
could be a red herring.
I know, like I was saying the same thing as like, what if he's playing up this whole thing?
Yeah,
But she
so-
doesn't know any better, so she's like, oh, I love him. I do all this stuff, you know? And he's just kind of like, fuck her. So maybe. It's hard to tell. It's possible for Acro to
Did
be
you
the
save?
murderer in this case. I did save.
Okay, so we'll see.
If that's the case, then it's natural for one to consider possible accomplices.
You don't say.
Not good, not good. This isn't going to end well.
Don't tell me you think you're going to get off easy.
But what?
You must not have heard that sound just now. Maybe it wasn't clear enough. The sound of you falling into your own trap can be hard to notice sometimes.
Mr. Wright, she's being dramatic. That's a bad sign for you. It seems as if you won't be stopping at Acro. You will be making other accusations. If Acro did not have an accomplice, things are not looking good for you.
I understand, Your Honor. Yeah.
Very well, let's continue. Who, perchance, would happen to be Acro's accomplice?
The fucking monkey. It's perfect. I mean, the monkey takes care of Acro.
Yeah, but we can't do that. Oh, wait. It's only evidence we're choosing from?
Well, no, I can switch to the
Oh,
profiles.
okay. I was going to say, then that kind of gives it away.
Obviously, Maya
The
helped.
bottle of pepper was the accomplice.
I mean, Bat can't because he's in a coma. That's him. Mo, I don't really see
No.
Mo as being an accomplice. Russell Berry is the victim. It'd be either Regina or Ben. Or the monkey. Or the monkey.
My first thought was Regina. Because she's like, oh, Dad is dead. But she's also super naive about things. She's
Yes,
oh,
like
he's
they
a
said,
star in the sky now.
She's super sheltered unless she's not actually super sheltered. But then again, she wasn't even going to come today. She only came because Mo wanted to drop a dose of reality on her.
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't know. Because Ben really doesn't make sense.
But, like, Mo doesn't know if that's the case. Because he would have been like, oh, yeah, I
God.
saw Regina.
But you think she would come to court if she had involvement in this? You think you'd stay away if you were involved in it. But then again, this is a visual novel we're talking about. I can't expect logical reasoning to always take place.
I don't know. Want me to look it up?
Yeah.
Okay, just to be safe.
Yeah.
And to save us time.
Yeah. Oh, we did it wrong.
We did.
Well, I have to do something so I can go to the next part. So I'll just hit this out here.
You don't say.
Uh-oh. This is suddenly looking very, very bad. Okay, so I guess I'll reload because I fucked that one up apparently. All right. Of course he didn't.
Yep.
All right.
Now then, this must be when we get to hear the name of the mystery accomplice.
Guess he does have really good arms. Not this time, Von Karma.
What?
Mm-mm. You're not going to sucker me into this one.
What are you blabbering about, Mr. Wright?
Even though I fell into it once.
You have lollipops? Can I have one?
There was no
Get it,
accomplice.
sucker.
Acro planned and committed this murder all by himself.
Oh, this is
I was like, what the fuck?
Order. What are you getting at?
Way to keep them on their toes, Nick.
Now I'm going to have to prove how it all fits together. I have to show how Acro murdered Russell Berry.
Can you do it, Nick? Can you really do that?
I know what I can't do. I can't stop now. If I stop attacking, I'm doomed.
All right, then let's do it. Mr. Phoenix Wright. If this witness is the killer, then his eyewitness account is all lies, right?
Mr. Wright, I'd like you to clear something up for me. When the crime was committed, exactly where was Mr. Dingling?
Did he like drop something onto him? Because the problem is that realistically he can't go down the stairs if he didn't by himself, so I'm gonna hit his room. He was obviously here the entire time.
That's Acro's room?
Pretty simple, huh? Acro wasn't able to leave the lodging house
Pretty
by
simple,
himself.
you mean pretty simple A? It was A. E-H.
Fuck.
Pretty simple, eh?
Pretty simple, eh?
Not
In
like
that case,
that.
there can be only one correct answer.
Evan, no.
In that case, there can only be one correct answer. Acro didn't leave his room to kill the ringmaster.
What? Are you nuts?
Well, what say you, Mr. Dingling?
He's staying calm. It's an interesting theory.
Again.
That's it? Considering that what you propose is impossible, yes, that is. Or that's it.
Clack, clack.
Oh boy.
Oh, no. Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor?
as the witness has stated, your assertion is impossible. As he is in a wheelchair, there's no way he could go to the scene or be the killer.
You've got a point.
It seems you've forgotten once again, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The defendant was clearly spotted at the scene of the crime. That's true.
Then I'll use wires and be like, "Whoop."
Mo said that he saw Max, didn't he?
mean, all you need is to throw some coats and hat in a fucking wire or something. But Maya, it's still impossible for humans to fly. Do you mind if I ask a question, Mr. Wright? What is it? I understand some of your logic. However, how do you think that I killed him? If I can't leave my room, I obviously couldn't wear Max's costume. How did he do it? It's the next course of legal buffet.
Legal buffet.
Legal buffet.
Be careful, Nick. If you mess up here.
She's right. I can't mess up here. I've got to give this some serious thought. I'm sure that Acro killed the ringmaster. And he did it while he was in his room. No doubt about it.
Time to enlighten us as to how Mr. Dingling committed the crime, Mr. Wright.
Present evidence. I have an idea.
You have an idea? Okay.
Yes.
I don't know if it's because we're looking at the thing. I'll go ahead and hit this.
No. I have an idea.
I'm going to present some evidence.
I have an idea.
Okay, we'll see if we have a similar idea.
What can you dress up and dangle that looks like Max?
Are you talking to monkey?
No! Not the monkey!
I don't have anything to dress up and dangle in here.
Do we not have it?
What were you talking about?
Or we have a picture of it. That's right.
What are you looking for?
The bust. What if he put the hat on the bust?
Well, the bust already has a hat.
has a hat. Yeah, okay. But like put the cloak on it so it looked like him, and then he hits him like with the bust. That's the blunt object that hits him. That's why they didn't find a murder weapon. And so he lifted him up into the air.
We might be getting somewhere.
What's that? A picture?
It is indeed. The problem is with the item that's shown in the picture.
Like he just used the freaking wires.
A bust?
It's quite a large bust. And because it's
Yeah.
life-sized, it's also very, very heavy.
It's like heavy. It's literally like the perfect crime. Like there's
Yeah.
no real murder weapon around. Like that's why there were only one set of footprints.
Yeah.
Cause he was fucking floating it.
Yeah. Heavy enough to guarantee a certain death. Especially if it was dropped from a third-story window.
And that's why he did it at night too. Ah! Because it was during the day he couldn't pull that shit off.
See? This is how Acro was able to kill the Ringmaster. With the force of gravity and Maximilian Galactica's ample bust.
Boom, ample bust. God dang
It's
it.
a good way to put it.
Order!
I love ample busts.
So saying the bust fell onto the ringmaster?
A rather
Why else
simple
would
crime.
why else would they introduce the stupid bust to us?
Yeah, that's a good point. And it's still missing. Even
Oh,
if you were
that's
stuck in a
true, yeah.
wheelchair, it'd be incredibly easy to commit. Yep.
For some reason I thought we actually had it. How could you possibly feel a wheelchair with something so heavy? It's impossible.
Look at him. He's buff as fuck.
Yeah.
Well, Acro is an acrobat. He should have more than enough upper body strength to carry something like the bust.
Mr. Dingling, how do you respond to these charges?
He's not gonna say anything. Well,
Acro's at a loss for words.
he should be. He knows that I'm getting close to the truth. Well, Acro. You can't run away from things. Ah, fuck!
I'd watch what I say if I were you, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
But,
Your Honor, the physical health of the witness is material to this case. I demand that we get proper testimony from the witness himself.
Testimony, you say?
Von Karma. She's just using this testimony as a ruse to stall for time.
Yep.
There's absolutely no need for such testimony. Bitch!
Oh, the defense has its version of the murder. The prosecution has the right to respond.
The defense's objection is overruled.
Why can't he see things my way once in a while?
Mr. Dingling, I'm sorry, but we need you to testify about your physical condition. If you have any doubts about your ability to testify, we can request expert testimony.
The witness will have no problems. However, let's all be respectful towards him.
Thank you.
Fucking. She's
That woman
playing
will
the pity
sink to any
card.
low to win a case.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Acro's physical state. I suppose I could have lifted something the size of that bust. I have a strong upper body from working as an acrobat, and none of my legs were injured. However, lifting the bust and looking out of the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. That makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the ringmaster's head. Thus, it would be unrealistic for me to drop the bust on him. Don't you think?
He's got a point.
So I'm wondering if it was already like up there ahead of
I
time.
have no doubt in regards to this witness's testimony.
Because the bus disappeared like 5 days in advance, remember? Disappeared like
That's
5 days beforehand.
right.
So if he had time to get someone, either the monkey or someone, to get that thing up there and all wrapped up or something. That's my best guess. I don't know.
But how would he get? I just realized, how would he get the clothes? He'd had to have an accomplice.
Well, we're going with the fact that he didn't apparently.
I
so.
know, but like, okay.
Just keep going. We're
It
going to
was
figure this out.
impossible for him to lift the bust and stick himself out far enough to look. Not to mention that he could not have known the location of the ringmaster's head. A single false step would have led to even more severe injuries.
That's what I was thinking. What is your opinion on the matter, Mr. Wright?
I'd still like to proceed with my cross-examination.
He's simply stalling. It's shameful, really.
I can't let it get to me. I've got to focus. All right. So his physical state. Right.
I love her
Could've lifted something the size
patronizing
of that bust.
sing-songy voice that I do.
I was
for
strong
her.
of her body, only my legs were injured. However, lifting the bust and looking out the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. That makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the ringmaster's head. Thus, it would be unrealistic for me to drop the bust on him. I think. Okay, so what do we have here? We have the picture of the crime scene. I'm on the box. Doesn't really add anything to us. Ringmaster's papers.
I'm trying to figure out
Circus map.
how the hat was left there, though. Did he just drop that from the window, too?
I have no idea. Money the Monkey, Leon, Russell's autopsy, blunt force trauma to the back of the head, a wooden box, the pepper that was in the box, Grand Prix photo.
You know what? I think Ben, or Trilo, I should say, might have been lying
Lying about what?
about, like, the fact, because, like, he said he greeted Max, right?
Yeah, the point.
But if he was a
this
thing, how
that's
could he
still
have
there.
been?
Max was in the room the whole time.
I know, but I mean, how could a bust be walking by? You know what I mean?
Oh well, that wasn't. I wasn't thinking because I mean, if Ben saw someone, there was someone else that was walking.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is that still could have been the ringmaster dressed as Max because it was cold out.
See, I was just thinking he put, like, the coat on the bust and then dropped it and then lifted it up. And that's why there were no footprints.
Oh, what the fuck? I didn't even touch anything. Okay. Whoa, I'm not even doing
whoa,
anything.
Whoa! What's going on?
Random things are being hit. Are there any pros that could have been for the ringmaster's head? This is
That's
from you.
Maya, but okay.
I know. I guess I somehow hit a button by accident. I don't know, but I want to go back in the loop.
We missed
So.
things.
Yeah. Wonder if you use some kind of tool to aim for the ringmaster.
Let's take it next. Show him what you got.
I have to be careful. I have to find something that fits perfectly with the case.
I don't remember us finding any sort of tool. Maybe we overlooked something.
That's what I was trying to look for, is to see if there's anything that we had that was like reflective, but there's nothing that we had there that was necessarily reflective. The only thing that I can think of is the fucking monkey.
I know, like the monkey could have helped him.
The only thing I can think of is the goddamn monkey. Because that's fine. It's fine.
Should I check the thing?
Go ahead, but I'm gonna keep hitting things.
Okay.
And why is that? Because if I were to do that, I'd end up falling out of the window myself. I still haven't gotten much feeling back in my legs yet.
So you couldn't have thrown that bust out of the window.
Right, there's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. That makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the ringmaster's head.
You're supposed to present something to that.
But this?
Yes.
Alright, is it possible for you to have known the location of the ringmaster's head? Let me press this once. Why do you say it would be impossible? Allow me to explain. You accept that if I was carrying the bust, I couldn't see out below the window? Thus, there's no way that I would have known the location of the ringmaster's head. Well, I suppose you've got a point.
Hey, Nick.
Huh?
What if you turn things around? Maybe you think of it sort of like this.
Okay.
If he knew the location of the ringmaster's head, then he could drop the bust.
That does make sense. If only I could prove somehow that Acro knew the location of the ringmaster's head without looking down. Ugh. That fucking bird, don't peck me. I think I've already explained things sufficiently. Alright, so...
You're supposed to present something to... It was Max Galactica, I only saw... Oh, no. You're supposed to present something to... That makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the ringmaster's head.
Okay.
I'll let you guess. So it's not, like, completely relying on it.
Wouldn't be that. Wouldn't be that. Right? That's too vague to be like, he knew where he would be, because the plaza seemed like a big area. Grand Prix photo. That's not going to have any involvement in anything. Just tell me, is it the monkey?
No.
Fuck! Because the broken bottle was found in the cafeteria.
I thought it'd be the monkey too. Like what it says here, I I have no idea how or why, and we never would have guessed it on
It's
our
the
own.
box.
Yes. Right? I don't get it either.
Maybe he put the box there for him to sit on or something? I don't know. Acro.
But the box was found down there, remember?
Well, I'm saying that the box was there as a way to know where he would be or something like that.
Oh.
You didn't really need to lean out of the window, did you? What are you driving at, Mr. Wright? You already knew ahead of time where the Ringmaster's head was going to be. Quite precisely, may I add.
Just silly hinting at things is pointless, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Enough stalling! How about you show us some evidence? She's angry.
But I did such a good job hinting.
Yes. Hurry up and explain things, Mr. Wright.
Maybe you should take a look at this. The key point here is the wooden box.
The same wooden box that the victim was found hunched over.
The same. The question is, who placed the wooden box here?
Who?
When Ben and company saw the Ringmaster, they didn't see him holding the box. Which means that this wooden box was already placed at the scene of the crime.
I have to admit that your theory makes a lot of sense.
The moment that the bust came falling down was exactly the same moment that the Ringmaster lifted up this wooden box. Which means that the answer to all these questions is now crystal clear.
You mean...
If the bust were to fall upon the point marked out by the wooden box...
There would be no way that it could miss the head of the victim.
No!
Order! This is unbelievable!
Quite, this would never stand up in a court of law.
No.
Finally, some of these loose ends are starting to tie themselves up. Now I just gotta keep going. There's only one way to go from here. Forward.
So dramatic.
So the next question I have is, who placed that wooden box at the scene?
It was Mr. Dingling, of course. He connected it to a rope, and then all he did was lower it down. Yeah! Fuck!
Allow me to whip some sense into you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The Ringmaster's head could have been anywhere when he lifted the box.
That's what the box was so specially made. Why the box was so specially made.
Specially made?
Indeed. It had the most peculiar feature. I mean, the contents of the box are fucking peculiar.
Let me check.
Hang on, because it was a small but strong lock. It's over 20 pounds. Did I save? I can't remember if I saved, but I did save, so.
Well, I mean, wait a second.
They say
why would
feature.
Why would they tell us how much the box weighs if it wouldn't have come into play at some point?
Let's roll with it. The box has a remarkable weight.
Wait.
According to the court record, it weighs 20 pounds.
Just lift this wooden box would have required.
Oh, I see. One would have to squat down and lift it up with their body, wouldn't you say?
That's exactly what I was trying to point out. The box is also very large.
The box also has carrying handles on either side, doesn't it?
That is correct. To lift up the box, you have to squat down.
Oh.
Which means that no matter who you are, your head would be in approximately the same place.
Fool! She likes that word.
Really?
Meanwhile, he's just
still fucking chilling shit. Does he even bother to listen to me anymore? I've heard what you had to say. I must admit, I'm shocked at your imaginative skills.
Did you do it? Did you place this wooden box in the plaza?
Mister, I may have a vivid imagination, but I could never have done what he's proposing.
He's straight up telling us we're lying.
What? Mr. Wright, do you recall the original location of Max's bust? I remember. It's in the fucking cafeteria.
Yeah.
Of course I remember. It was on top of the table in the cafeteria.
And what happened to it?
I'd like you to remember one important fact, Mr. Wright. I could not possibly leave the lodging house by myself.
That means...
You understand what I mean, don't you? I may very well have been able to drop the bust from my room. However, how would I have gotten the bus from the cafeteria to my room?
Regina. You see, Mr. Phoenix Wright explains that. Don't forget, you said there were no accomplice.
Save.
There was no accomplice. Tell us exactly how the witness would have carried the bus from the cafeteria.
Yep, we definitely have a problem here. But this is no place to get perplexed.
No.
I've got to get my wits about me and prove how things happen once and for all.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Wright. Let's hear your explanation. How did the witness get the bus from the cafeteria back to his room?
Fucking monkey.
Because it'd be the monkey or...
Is it shiny at all?
I don't think so.
Check the picture.
The only thing that's shiny is the front of it. Kind
Ew.
of. Well, oh, the cards are
The
shiny.
cards are shiny.
They make that a very apparent point in this picture.
Yes,
Those
they
cards
do.
are shiny as fuck. Yo.
The monkey.
Bobo the fucking... I think
Money.
I think I saved right before this.
I hope you did. Yes. Because there's freaking shiny.
A monkey?
Everyone knows money. He loves shiny objects of any size.
Oh, like when he stole the ventriloquist ring.
I still need that back. No. All right. No, we gave it to him, right? He's like, no, I can propose to Regina.
Yeah, he's got it now. We don't have it anymore.
God. So, are you saying the witness had a monkey steal the bust?
Is that what we're saying? We'll have to find out next time.
Oh
shit.
Well, I'll keep wiggling my finger here like this. On
she
cue.
stopped.
Ready? Right
Oh,
then.
there it is.
You were too early, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Oh shit.